Hello everyone, this video is for syncing your PowerSchool categories into Canvas so that the grades sync. So first up, make sure you've watched the video or have completed the setup of your grading categories in PowerSchool itself. So watch those videos if you haven't. Also, if you need to slow down this video, click on the settings button in the lower right of the video and you can adjust the speed. And of course, you can also pause the video. So first up, we're going to go over here to assignments. Click on assignments and your grading categories need to be in these headings here for all of your assignments. So if that's not the case, go ahead and create a group for each one of your assignment categories. So for example, many of us will have formative assessments, and many of us will have summative assessments. Go ahead, create those grading categories if needed. And now, if your assignments are not under one of those categories, you can move them under there. So mine currently are under imported assignments. So to move them to these new categories I created, which are down here at the bottom, I can click on this settings button right here and go move the contents. And I want to move them, if these are formative assessments, over to this grading category. So I click move. And so all the assignments go under formative. And you can do the same for summative assessments. Pause the video if you need to get that done. If you have that done, you're going to come over here and click the settings button. And then you're going to go over to sync SIS categories. This will talk to PowerSchool and grab your categories from PowerSchool. I click it. Give it a few seconds. So, formative assessments, if I click to expand this, you can see what I have here for all three of these classes. Okay, now this is a cross-list class, so you won't see this if you do not have a cross-listed class. Okay, so if I click on this drop-down arrow, you get everything that was probably ever used from PowerSchool. So I'm going to find formative assessments for each one of these. Now again, this is a cross-listed course, so you might just see this option once. Make sure you do this for your summative, if that's your category name as well. If you have another category that's not associated, you can just leave that. But you definitely want to make sure your 2 or 3 categories, however many you have, are synced up. Once you have that done, simply click Sync Categories. And then once this goes away, you can close out of it. Click your refresh button. And now what you'll see is by these categories I just created, you have this symbol here. This means it's imported from PowerSchool. So now this can sync up, but there needs to be a few more steps that need to happen, similarly with summative assessments. So now the next step is to come up here to the settings button, and you want to go to assignment groups weight. Click on that. Weight final grade based on assignment groups. You select that. And then these percentages need to match up with what is put into PowerSchool.
ahead and type that in there and then click save. So remember that this is important right here in each one of your categories, and you could see the percentage. So these grade calculations should match up in your Canvas gradebook versus PowerSchool. The next step in the process is this symbol here must be toggled on in order to sync these particular assignments. The assignment name must be no more than 30 characters. So click as necessary, and this option is also in the assignment settings itself. So for example, if I were to actually click on this assignment right here, I can go edit assignment settings, and I can see this option to include this assignment with our school student information system. Go ahead and click save. Once you have that done, you can put on nightly sync. So you can go to grade sync. This will automatically sync your grades overnight, 2, 3 a.m. You go to utilities, turn on nightly sync. The other thing you can do is go to grades. And then if you want to force grades to sync, you can come over here to the actions dropdown, go to sync to SIS. This is new as of 22-23 school year. You can leave these all checked and sync all the assignments just in case if there's updates, or you can select particular assignments to eliminate or to add. You want to get rid of all of them, you click that, but that wouldn't make much sense. You probably at least want to select 1 or 2. Most of the time, I will be selecting all of the assignments to sync, just in case if I made some updates. So when this happens, you can click the Post Grades button. And sometimes it takes a few minutes, sometimes it takes an hour. It all depends on how much the server is processing at the time. As shown here, you can click to see the progress, and you can see that the process is running. So shortly, you should be able to check your PowerSchool gradebook, and you should see the grades posted in there. Be sure to let us know if you have any questions.